Curtin Radio.
Now, I've got a very lovely, very special guest in the studio today. Now, as a Wheelchair for Kids program volunteer, Lois Moir, retired occupational therapist. She's not retired, goodness me. She travels the world. She's fitting wheelchairs for children and training locals in developing countries. She's travelled to Uganda, the Philippines, Mongolia, Kenya, East Timor and Vanuatu. Lois, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jenny.
How lovely to meet you.
It's lovely to be here, thank you.
Honestly, people like yourself have got to be acknowledged a lot more, because you just go out and you just do it. You know, you don't have people running after you, putting badges on you and saying how wonderful you are. You just get down to it and do it, don't you?
That's right. But, you know, I'm happy doing that. My acknowledgement is seeing kids in wheelchairs.
Oh, look, it's more than that. I mean, you're going to these developing countries, and obviously they don't have a lot of help in these countries. You're an occupational therapist. You are retired, but you're back doing this now for Wheelchair for Kids. And you must see some incredible situations with children that have never had a wheelchair. Their life would be just stagnant, wouldn't it?
Yes, I mean, often they're just left in what we would call a hut, their home, lying on maybe a mattress, but maybe just on a mat on the ground, not able to go out with the families, just left at home all day, perhaps alone, because the family are out working in the fields with their garden, something of that sort.
They wouldn't have the money to even consider a wheelchair for them.
No way.
To see the look on their faces when the result is that they do get a chair must be absolutely beautiful for you.
Jenny, it's priceless.
Yeah, it must be.
So often when we're working with the child, they can get upset because they don't quite understand. Sometimes they do, and they enjoy being part of the process. Sometimes they don't. But that smile, as soon as they realise they can sit up and either be moved, or sometimes they figure out they can move themselves, because, of course, you know, if they have those skills, they can push the wheelchair themselves. And the smiles are just beautiful.
Oh, I couldn't agree. I've seen some photographs. I went on the website and had a look, and you're absolutely right. It sort of goes straight to the heart, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, tell us about the group that put the chairs together. And they are beautiful-looking chairs, let me say. There must be some of the areas that you go into, the terrain. Would it be sort of suitable for the chairs, or how do we get around that?
Well, the chairs are built for rough terrain.
Oh, right.
They're intensively tested. I don't know quite what or how, but they are tested for rough terrain, and they stand up really well. So recently, some of our volunteers have been to Uganda, and some children came back in with chairs without any upholstery, padding and things on, but the framework was still there, and they were our chairs that had been in the field for 10 years.
Oh, how gorgeous. It's been going that long.
Yep.
Tell us about the group that put the chairs together. I mean, they are very special-looking chairs.
So there's volunteers in the workshop in Wangara.
Oh, here in WA.
And they're manufactured here.
Wow.
Yes. So they have about 300 volunteers a week.
You probably need more volunteers at any given time.
It's a popular volunteer place.
It would be a costly exercise to be doing this. How do you manage to keep above that?
Pretty much run by donations.
Right.
Yeah.
What about when children start to grow up? Because I saw some shots of very young children in chairs, and of course they grow, they get wider, they get taller. How do you comprehend that? How do you deal with that?
So, Jenny, my role is that I'm an international trainer, as you've mentioned. I've been to a lot of these countries. So I go to these countries with the wheelchairs are already there, and with a team, there's about 12 therapists all up at the moment who are helping with this, and we visit these countries and we train the locals. So the chairs are multi-adjustable. Right. So they will actually adjust for a child of perhaps what we know as a 5-year-old to the size of perhaps what we think of as a 14-year-old. So, and why I'm saying the size we think of is that the children, because of their disabilities, often don't manage to eat well. They're not growing at the rate we expect. They grow, but not quite as we expect. So we've actually put adults, very small adults, into the wheelchairs as well.
Okay, so
and the chair can grow with them.
Well, that is obviously something you've thought out, and obviously very practical, you know, and it has to happen, I suppose. How many chairs do you think you've provided?
Look, I've personally probably fitted 100, 200 chairs or something, but through my training and the people I've trained, and they're adequately adequately trained to carry on and fit this. It's enabled thousands of children to be in wheelchairs.
What about here in Australia?
Don't have much use for them here in Australia.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
We've got a few out in remote areas.
Yeah.
But no, generally the NDIS and other services here provide
Well, that's the thing we have, thankfully. And the other countries, of course, their governments don't step in and help, do they?
Jenny, it's due to lack of funding. So, no, the governments do help, and in the 12 years I've been involved with Wheelchairs for Kids, and prior to that with some charity work I did of my own, I've seen governments increasing the support that they do put in with people with disabilities.
That's good.
But it's about being resourced.
Yes, of course. I mean, these areas that you go into probably are fairly remote too, aren't they?
They can be remote.
Yes.
How time for a story?
Yeah.
100.1 FM.
Just checking on the things that you've done in the past here, Lois. You are pretty busy. There's no way you're retired, let me tell you. That's for sure. You, in addition to when you had your clinical practice, you were a lecturer and honours supervisor at Edith Cowan Unit for 9 years. That's a long time. Mm-hmm. Teaching whom?
Well, that was occupational therapy students.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
so I taught, and I taught technology and wheelchairs and fitting everybody into the wheelchairs we have available.
And also you were founder of the Joint Outreach Therapy in 2011. What was that about?
Yeah. So there were 4 colleagues, and we set up a charity to take therapy and wheelchairs to, well, pretty much anywhere, but we focused on Vanuatu. So every year for 10 years, we with some other therapists, and we were able to take occupational therapy students as well, and we would visit Vanuatu for 2 weeks and take wheelchairs, therapy.
Isn't that great?
It was amazing.
Yeah, that is absolutely wonderful. So the children range in age, don't they, obviously? And
yes.
So Vanuatu, I mean, doesn't seem that far away from WA, really. How do you get around when you're up there?
So, so there's local support there, and we had some Europeans who were based there, and they offered some support and helped us with the vehicles.
Okay, what about some of the stories that you've come across?
So one of the stories relates to Vanuatu. You said about remote areas. So we had to travel, it was quite a few hours, up to this area called Big Bay. And the roads are incredibly rough and bumpy. And our driver got very excited because we got up to 25 kilometres an hour. We had to ford a river with the vehicle. That was all right. But then when we got to our location and we needed to walk probably an hour or something into where we were visiting our person who needed the wheelchair, someone else carried the wheelchair and we walked across. Again, we had to ford this river. I fell in because the rocks were slippery. So my friend laughed heartily at me. But, I got the last laugh because she fell in 2 minutes later and she went deeper than I did.
Oh, my gosh, it's scary.
But the weather was warm, and so, it was quite a cool treat, actually.
And you got to the person that needed the chair.
We did.
Did they know you're coming?
I think they did, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mobile phones have made such a huge difference. Everybody has a mobile phone.
Oh, yes, of course. But you are informed as to who perhaps could benefit from chairs in these other countries.
That's right, yes.
Okay. So you went to some pretty exotic areas there, didn't you? Uganda?
I've been to.
Whereabouts? Where else?
I didn't actually go to Uganda, but a team has just gone there. But I've been to Mongolia.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
Wow, gosh, yes. How did you get around up there? The locals help you?
Yes. So everywhere I go, everywhere the trainers go, there's a local group and they have resources. So.
How come they are there and know that you do what you do? I mean, are you in touch? Have you set up groups all around at these different countries, have you?
No, it's often through, somebody knowing somebody.
In Mongolia?
Yes, so Mongolia, someone who worked at the workshops actually worked in Mongolia with a mining company, and he employed an interpreter, and it was through the interpreter
Wow.
heard about the wheelchairs.
They got back to you.
Yes,
and
got
you
back to
made the
wheelchairs
trip.
for
So
kids.
even to travel, taking these wheelchairs, do you take any more than one at a time?
No, the wheelchairs are all there. They
Oh.
get shipped over by container load.
That makes sense, of course. You can't put that in a
200 or
suitcase, can you?
300. We did take some on the plane with us once.
Did you really?
Oh, that was another story.
A lot of people would want to know what it's all about, I guess. Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, whereabouts in...
So I went to Kenya. It was right down on the southern border near Tanzania. We could see, Mount Kilimanjaro.
Wow.
Yeah, that was rough. I've never seen poverty like
Really?
that. It was probably... It felt the worst that I'd
So
seen.
to get to those locations was pretty rough going as well?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So you're up against sort of the culture of the countries, you're up against the changing weather conditions, and you're not sort of in air conditioning and being driven around in luxury, are you?
It can be pretty rough and pretty tough, but, it's okay.
Well, it is for you, Lois. Good on you. I'm glad that you do it. And what else? East Timor.
Yes. So that was 2019, I think. I went to East Timor, to Dili.
Hasn't there been a bit of unrest in that country?
Oh, there'd been a lot of unrest
Yeah.
prior to that, but it was settled when I went.
Well, that was lucky.
We don't go into areas where there's
No, I understand.
imminent danger.
What about the future of all of this?
Yes, so, we're making more wheelchairs. There's a million children out there who still need a wheelchair, Jenny.
Around the countries you've been to, or more
Around the
countries?
world,
Around
yes.
the world. Really? What other countries do you think you'd like to go to?
Well, we provide wheelchairs to Asia, the Pacific, Africa, pretty much any developing
Do you
country.
go to these other countries as well?
I've
or-
been to some of them, not all of them.
So are we prepared to continue to do all of this? Have you got enough funding to do all of this?
Oh, no, we'd love some more funding, of course.
So is it personal
A
donations?
lot of it's
are they?
from donations, ongoing donations.
That's good. How do you get the word out there that you do need this?
There's a lot. There's quite well. See, I'm talking to you at the moment, and
Okay.
we're talking about wheelchairs for
Yeah,
kids.
good point.
And we have campaigns. We have we
great.
have little collection boxes in supermarkets and so on. There's a lot of publicity that goes into
Oh, that's good to know.
fundraising.
The chairs have to be pretty tough because of the areas
Yes,
that you're going
absolutely.
into. I mean, have they got rubber wheels or they've got metal
Oh,
wheels?
they've got very solid,
Solid, yes.
solid wheels, solid
Okay.
tyres. Yes.
So the setup here to actually make the chairs, they must be churning them out.
I forget the numbers, but it's maybe 150 a week.
Oh, that is massive.
I think it's something
Do
like
they
that.
make them to order?
No. They're all the same.
Right.
Because they're multi-adjustable, there's I counted up, about 20 adjustments in each chair. So they can be adjusted for the size of each child.
That's perfect.
And because we're talking about children with disabilities, a lot of them can't sit without support. So there's a lot of that support has been put in the chair as well. Head support, side supports,
Great.
chest straps if they can't sit up.
To actually be able to be part of the family and get about, it's a manual wheel, is it?
Yes.
It's not electric.
Oh,
so
no.
That's fair enough. But, I mean, their family must be overwhelmed by the
And often
change.
it's the whole village because,
course,
you
yeah.
know, we go out to remote areas. A lot of the people we see live in much smaller communities. And so it impacts the whole village, the family, the village, the community.
Gives them that elation, doesn't it, to see it happening?
It might enable the child to go to school,
Of course.
if not school, church, Sunday school, or be with the family when they're growing
Do
their
the recipients, I mean, at the time they must react to what has happened, but down the track, do they keep you informed as to the progress of their child?
Some children we do hear from, some we manage to go back and see
Oh, great.
maybe 12 months later. But because of the remoteness and the lack of resources, it can be hard to follow up and
I
keep
bet
in
it,
touch.
and expensive, absolutely right. Okay, you've obviously got a website if people want to know a little bit more about what you do, volunteering perhaps and donation, whatever to help so many children around the world. It's just phenomenal, isn't it? What is your website then?
So it's wheelchairsforkids.org.
Yes? .org, simple as that.
Yep.
Actually, the addresses of the websites now are getting smaller. They used to be far too long. Okay, wheelchairsforkids.org.
I think
Lois,
that's right.
when's your next trip?
I don't have one planned, but I'm actually planning for two other people to go to Tanzania, probably in June this year.
Okay. Are they prepared? They're trained by yourself, that sort of thing?
Well, they're well-trained occupational therapists and they know the chair. They've done it before.
So being an occupational therapist, you know how to fit the chair for the person?
Yes, I mean, certainly therapists trained here know that. Some other, often therapists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists in other countries haven't had a lot of experience with children with wheelchairs, but, you know, they're very keen to learn.
You're doing a wonderful job, all of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jenny.
Wheelchairsforkids.org if you want to know a whole lot more. Thank you, Lois. Lovely to meet up with you.
Thank you, Jenny.
Lois Moir.